Hey everyone, today I'm going to be taking you some of the exercises that I do by myself as well as things that I take my clients through. This first exercise is called heel taps, and you'll start by laying on your back, and you'll see that I'm tapping my stomach as well as making sure that my lower back is pushed into the ground. This has helped to create a stable spine, neutral spine, and keeping your hips stable as well. You'll be alternately lifting one leg and then placing it down and then lifting the other, all the while making sure to keep your hips from moving. One of the main things that happens during this exercise is that your hips will shift a lot from side to side as you lift your leg. You want to make sure that you maintain your hips stable. You'll see me adjusting a few times before I do it. So the next thing I'm doing, I'm showing that I'm getting back into that posterior tilt where my lower back is pressed into the ground, and then I'll be performing a glute bridge. So for the glute bridge, one thing that helps with activating your glutes and your hamstrings is by picking your toes off the ground, so you're just digging your heels, and then you're thrusting up with your glutes, pausing for a second, and then coming back down. Next exercise is a simple progression into one of the more complex ones. This I did not mention in the video by name, however it's used as a progression. This exercise is called the Deadbug, where you're going to be doing the same thing and keeping your core tight, making sure that your lower back is pressed into the ground, and then alternately letting each limb fall to the ground and then actively raising it back up, and then doing opposite arm, opposite leg. You can do the same arm, same leg, or just doing one limb at a time, whatever you can do to keep your spine stable and keep your lower back from coming off of the ground. The next exercise is the more complex version of this. So for this, we're doing a side plank, and you can start on your elbow. And one thing to make sure is that your shoulders are square. You don't have one falling forward or falling back. And the same goes for your glutes. You want to be squeezing your butt here, and then also making sure that you don't have one hip swinging back or swinging forward. So starting out with the elbow, and then you can make it a little bit more difficult going up on the hand, making sure to keep your butt tight so that you don't let your hips sink. And then a regression of this, if you're not able to do it off your feet, is to be able to do it off of your knees, all the while still making sure that you squeeze your butt and keep your body straight. Final exercise is the bird dog, and this one's a little bit more complex, and if you can't do the dead bug properly, stick with the dead bug and then go into the bird dog afterward. So for this exercise, you're going to be lifting each limb independently from one another, all the while keeping your spine stable, keeping your core tight, and using your glutes to help extend the leg and stretching your shoulder out. Now for this one, you can start with the alternate, where you're just doing one limb and then the other leg and then the other leg, or you can do opposite arm, opposite leg.